Good morning, my dear students. Welcome to new recorded video class. So, last class we have distributed our answer sheet. You all get your answer sheets, and we have discussed our question paper. And I hope you don't have any doubt in question paper. That's all over. Term 1 is all over, all completed. And we stopped from triangles, right? We have the last class we discussed about triangles. So I hope all you write triangles in your notebook, and I have given you an exercise as a homework, and I hope all you done that on the on your notebook. And the next class I will check that. Make sure that everyone should write that homework and show me. Otherwise, no. Otherwise you are not allowed in the classroom. Okay, don't always make sure that if I give you any homeworks, just do that properly. Just be updated all the time in maths. Okay, so the last topic was triangles, and the topic is almost over. So our next topic is quadrilateral and circles. After completing the quadrilateral and circles, your fourth chapter is completed. Okay, today we are going to complete that fourth chapter. And listen carefully that I'm going to take you the next chapter. Next chapter is like understanding elementary shapes. Okay, understanding elementary shapes. Okay, the fifth chapter, after completion of fourth chapter, fifth chapter fully will get you as a recorded video. No offline classes will be provided for the fifth chapter. And if you have any doubts, we can discuss that in the very next offline class. After completion of recorded classes on the fifth chapter, we can discuss that on class. And for only for the fifth chapter, you don't get any offline classes. Okay, in offline classes we are going to start parallelly. We are getting 2 chapters at a time. That is recorded classes. You got your fifth chapter as a recorded video, and parallelly on your offline class you get operations of integers, addition, subtraction, that chapter as a offline class. So if these 2 chapters do not mix with each other, so that the recorded video classes, the chapter which we are discussing in our recorded video classes, you should write from the back page. I repeat, in the classes that we are taking as a recorded video, the chapters we are taking as a recorded video, you should write that chapter from the back side of your notebook. Okay, and in the offline classes you can write as a continuation of the chapter. Okay, I hope you don't have any doubt in that. No matter for doubt, right, just write the recorded video classes from the back page and the offline classes as a continuation. Okay, so that these two chapters do not mix with each other, because you are going to study 2 chapters at a time. 2 chapters at a time. Okay, so we are going to start the balance portion of triangle, that is like quadrilateral is going to study. Okay, so have a look at this figure.
Okay, this figure shows quadrilateral ABCD. I repeat, quadrilateral ABCD is shown in the figure. Okay, what is a quadrilateral? A quadrilateral is a polygon in a plane with 4 edges and 4 vertices. I repeat, a quadrilateral is a plane having 4 sides and 4 edges, or 4 edges and 4 vertices or sides. Okay, the other names for a quadrilateral are quadrangle and tetragon, which are not so important to you. Just for your knowledge, I am saying that quadrangle and tetragon are the other names for quadrilateral. Okay, there are 4 line segments for a quadrilateral like AB, BC, CD and AD, which are the 4 line segment which forms a quadrilateral. Okay, and these line segment meeting at the vertices like A, B, C and D. Okay, then sides and angles of quadrilateral. Look at this figure carefully. Which are the sides? You know how to name a side, how to name an angle. Okay, in our previous chapters, previous sections, we are discussed about that. So what are the names of the sides and angles of this quadrilateral? Okay, the 4 sides of this quadrilateral are AB, BC, CD and DA. Right. And the 4 vertices are A, B, C, D. There have 4 angles also. Which are the 4 angles? The 4 angles are angle A. Angle A is also named as, in your previous class, previous section, triangle section, we named angles. Likewise, angle A is also named as angle BAD. Angle B is named as ABC. Angle C is named as BCD or DCB. And angle D is named as ADC or angle CDA. Okay. Now, which are the adjacent side? What do you mean by adjacent sides of a quadrilateral? The 2 sides of a quadrilateral which have a common vertex are called the adjacent side. If you consider a vertex A, then which are the adjacent side? For vertex A, AB and AD are the adjacent side. And for vertex B, BA and BC are the adjacent sides. And vertex C, CB and CD are the adjacent side. And for D, vertex D, DA and DC are the adjacent side. And likewise, which are the opposite side? Opposite sides are AB. For the side AB, CD is the opposite side. And for the side BC, AD will be the opposite side. That is, 2 sides of a quadrilateral which do not share a common vertex is called opposite side. Okay, from that name itself you can identify the opposite sides of a quadrilateral. Now, what are the adjacent angles? Angle A and angle B are adjacent angle. 2 angles of a quadrilateral which have a common arm. If you consider AB as a common arm, then angle A and angle B are the adjacent angle. Okay, in the same manner you can find the other adjacent angles also. Okay, so find out the other adjacent angles of this quadrilateral ABCD. Okay, take it as a work. Find out the other one adjacent angle is told by me. Okay, other angles you need to find out. Now, what is the opposite angles? Opposite angles are, if you consider a side AB, then opposite angles are angle A and angle C. That is, 2 angles of a quadrilateral which do not have a common side, or a common arm are called opposite angles. For example, if you consider an arm BC, then angle B and angle D are the opposite angles. Okay, and for a quadrilateral, they have 3 sections like a plane, of quadrilateral and interior of quadrilateral and exterior of quadrilateral as discussed in triangles, which is same as in quadrilateral. Okay, a point inside the quadrilateral, points inside, I repeat, points inside the quadrilateral are named as interior of a quadrilateral, and the plane which outside the planes, the points which is outside the quadrilateral is named as exterior of a quadrilateral. Okay, and the quadrilateral, the plane of quadrilateral itself create a quadrilateral. That is, the parts of quadrilateral are interior and exterior. The interior part is laying inside the quadrilateral and the exterior is laying outside the quadrilateral. Okay, you understand the topics. Okay, all of you draw the figure of quadrilateral and write down to your notebook. Okay, now we are moving to the next topic. Next topic is circles. So all of you write down the heading circles and draw a circle. As shown in figure, draw a circle. So what is a circle? A circle is a set of points on a plane. Circle is a set of points on a plane which are at the same distance from a fixed point, which not anywhere you can draw circles, but the criteria is which lie on the same distance from a fixed point. Okay, from a fixed point there is a center, that is a fixed center. From that center we have same distance points. That same distance points drawn together will make a circle. Okay, so look at that second figure. From center to each point of the circle we have drawn a line, a straight line, a line through the center of the circle which have two endpoints lying on the circle. This line is called the diameter of the circle. I repeat, a line segment passing through the center of a circle and having endpoints lying down on the circle is called the diameter of a circle, and half of this diameter is called the radius of a circle. Look at this figure. They have a center. From center to that point on a circle we have a line, and here we named that line as R. This R is the radius of this circle, and a circle, a portion is enclosed by this two radius of circle. We have a radius, two radius enclosed by a portion of a circle. This smaller portion, this green colored portion, this green colored portion is named as sector. So this is the minor sector. This is the smaller area is known as, the green colored smaller area is known as minor sector, and white colored large area is known as major sector. Okay, I repeat, what is a sector for a circle? A circle sector is the portion enclosed by two radii. That is, two radius makes a center portion is called a sector or an arc. This sector is also called arc. The smaller area is known as this. In this figure, the green colored area is known as minor sector, and the white colored larger area is being called major sector. And that's all about the sector of an circle. Okay. Now, what is the arc of a circle? In figure, a part of a circle is called the arc of a circle. In figure ACB, that is the pink colored area, ACB is called the major arc of a circle, and the balance portion, balance portion AB, that is the blue colored area, the smaller area, is known as minor arc of the circle, having a circle P as a center. This is a circle P as a center, and as you learnt earlier, PB is the radius of the circle. PB, as P is a center, PB is the radius of the circle, and PA is also a radius of the circle. Then this PA and PB together create an arc AB, which is called the sector. Because this in this figure PA and PB are two radius, and this portion is enclosed in this circle, so this is called a sector. You learned that this is called a sector, and the circle is called, this ACB is called the major arc of the circle, and AB is called the minor arc of the circle. These arcs along with two radiuses creates a sector. Okay. Now, what is the circumference of a circle? Circumference is the perimeter, that is ABCA, the whole perimeter from point A to point A. Okay. From A to B, B to C, C to A. The entire circle perimeter is called circumference of a circle. For other polygons or other polygons like triangle, quadrilateral or other polygons, this is called a perimeter, and for circle this perimeter is also called as circumference of a circle, and it is the length of the boundary of the circle, length of the boundary of the circles, or it can be otherwise defined as the distance around the circle. So circumference is the perimeter of the circle or the boundary of the circle, the total length of the boundary of the circle or the distance around the circle. So look at this figure. What is this figure? This is half of a circle. The circle is not completed. This is only a half portion of the circle. So the half portion of the circle is called a semicircle. Half portion of a circle is called a semicircle.
Quadrilateral and circles. So the chapter is completed, and do exercise 4.3. Do exercise 4.3 on page number 69 and 70. Page number 69 and 70 as a homework, and write down all the topic that we discussed now, that is quadrilateral and circles, that which are discussed now. Write down that to your notebook and do exercise 4.3 as a homework, and just try to do this multiple choice questions on page number 72, MCQ questions on page number 72 as a homework. I repeat, homework is page number 69, exercise 4.3, and page number 72 multiple choice questions as a homework. Okay, we can discuss that on the next offline class, and study well. Thank you.